Did you know that your money can work way harder than you can? It doesn't need to eat, it doesn't need to sleep. It can work hard for you 24/7, growing and multiplying exponentially if you just let it. Check this out. If you start investing $300 a month at age 25 and you earn an average of 8% on your money, by the time you're 65, you'll have over $1 million. Actually, $1,054,000 and change. At that point, you'll have invested a total of $144,000 of your own money. If you're curious how I came up with that number, that's $300 a month times 12 to make it per year, and then times 40 for 40 years, from ages 25 to 65, okay? The other $910,000, which is $1,054,000 minus the $144,000 you put in, is all growth. It's all the result of your money growing and multiplying for you. Super cool, right? That's the power of compound interest, which means your money makes some more money, which gets added to the original money and goes out and makes even more money, and so forth and so on, like a snowball. The power of compound interest is totally mind-blowing. Small adjustments can help you build massive wealth, allowing you to be at choice with what you do with your time, change your family's future, and support causes that you believe in. But that also means that tiny mistakes can cost you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, like not tapping the like button for the YouTube algorithm or subscribing to my channel. That could have you miss out on all sorts of great free financial education based on investing over $500,000 to date in my own education, as well as over 20 years of intense research, study, and real-world experience. So take a moment and give the like button a tap if you want to get more videos from me around how to make, save, manage, invest, and protect your money. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'm Penelope Jane Smith, and in this video, I'm going to share 3 surprising tips to get your money working harder for you so you can retire with an extra $1 million. And if you're starting your investing journey later in life than 25, like myself, and the vast majority of people I work with, 50 and up, these tips are still going to work for you. Ready to put your money to work? Great, let's do this. Here's tip number 1. Put your lazy assets to work. If every dollar was an employee of your company, who's been hanging out by the water cooler and not earning their keep? What I mean by lazy assets are things you own that have monetary value that generate low returns or aren't generating a return at all. Maybe you have investments that aren't performing well. I've worked with plenty of financial coaching clients who once kept most of their money in cash because they were so afraid to lose money while inflation just ate away at their purchasing power. What does that mean? Well, cash loses its purchasing power at a rate of about 2 to 4% every year because of inflation. So if you're earning 1% on your savings account but losing 3% to inflation, you're losing money. 1% minus 3% is negative 2%. You with me? If you have a vision for your future of being able to retire comfortably, it's going to be really hard to get there earning a negative 2% return on your money. Don't get me wrong, it's a great idea to have a cash cushion on hand so you can handle life's unexpected events like a job loss, repair, or medical bill. But you don't want to keep all your money in cash forever because it'll pretty much be impossible for you to reach your financial goals and become financially free, where the income from your investments pays all your bills so you can stop working if you have to or want to. Another example of a lazy asset is personal property that doesn't spark joy and fulfillment anymore, or it's outgrown its usefulness. For example, one of my clients decided to sell an RV that he and his family no longer used. Another client decided to sell her $10,000 in designer purses to free up cash to invest. And another sold an underperforming rental property. What if you could put $205,000 in lazy assets to work at 8%? That alone would turn into over $1 million in the next 20 years. Which brings us to tip number 2, which is to plug the money leaks in your portfolio. When I work with financial coaching clients, I can typically spot 2 to 5% in money leaks in their portfolios right away, sometimes even more. What's a money leak? A money leak is where your investments are losing money or not making as much money as they should. They're leaking money the way water flows out of a bucket with holes in it. You might think I'm talking about saving 1% to 2% in financial advisor fees, but a good financial advisor can absolutely earn their fees if they help guide you to investments that outperform the market, even after taking their fees into account. They can also help you with planning and projections and talk you off the ledge when the market is down and you're freaking out and tempted to sell at the wrong time. In some cases, a financial planner is not earning their fees, and in that case, you'd be better off saving that extra 1% to 2%. But actually, the biggest and most costly money leaks are invisible to most people. For example, most big box financial planning models have a certain percentage of your portfolio allocated to assets that are massively underperforming and leave your money exposed to big market crashes and corrections. I recently had a session with a new VIP financial coaching client who was very happy with the financial planner she had been using for years. Once she understood the positions and the investment strategy that he had recommended for her, she exclaimed, "Why would he do this to me?" Now, the strategy that he was using was reasonable and similar to what most big box advisors use, but the portfolio was over-diversified, which meant that my client had less money to work with when she needed it most because a health situation came up that made it so she couldn't work. If you want to learn more about how to spot potential money leaks, check out my video on the 3 biggest money leaks in your portfolio right now. You can find the link in the description on this video. If you have a $500,000 portfolio, maybe that's in your IRA, 401k, brokerage account, or some combination of those, and you're earning 5% on your money when you should be making 8%, by plugging this money leak over the next 20 years, your money would generate over $1 million extra. I particularly love this strategy because it doesn't take a lot of time to implement. So tip number 1 is put your lazy assets to work. And tip number 2 is plug the money leaks in your portfolio. Tip number 3 is to transfer the money you save. Have you ever gone to a grocery store and gotten a receipt that says you saved some amount of money? Or gone shopping and bought a dress for 20% off? Where's that money now? My guess is it's not just sitting in your investment or savings account. So it didn't really get saved. It probably just got spent on something else. But what if you transferred that money from your regular account into your investment account and got it working for you? Last I checked, the average family of 4 in the United States spends $960 a month on groceries. Statistically, you can save 30% on groceries by making a list and sticking to it, which would equate to $279 a month. What if you auto-transferred that amount into your IRA or brokerage account? You could also transfer it into a 401k or a Roth IRA. The average car payment in the United States is around $500 a month. What if instead of financing a fancy new car, you bought a used car that you could purchase with cash and invested that money instead? Or what if you paid off your existing car loan and started auto-transferring that same amount into investments so that you set yourself up to earn interest instead of paying it? If you can transfer $1,800 a month and earn an average of 8% on your money, that'll turn into over $1 million in 20 years. Now, what if you can't free up $1,800 a month? What if you don't want to wait 20 years? What if you don't know how to get 8% on your money? Depending on your unique situation, you could pick one of these strategies or mix and match. Since you've made it this far, if you found this helpful, please tap the like button on this video if you haven't already done that, because it helps me grow my channel and create more videos like this for you. It also helps if you comment on the video. I'm especially curious how this landed for you and which tip you found most useful for your situation. Putting your lazy assets to work, plugging the money leaks in your portfolio, transferring the money you save, or maybe a combo. If you'd like to see more videos from me around personal finance, money management, saving and investing, financial freedom, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click that little bell icon so you see when I post a new video. Finally, if you want to connect with me on social media, I'll post the links in the description to my various accounts. Right now, I'm mostly on Facebook. I check that pretty much every day, Penelope Jane Smith, and on Clubhouse at Penelope Jane. And I'd love to see you there. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and happy investing.